Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a buying guide on the house of Memo Paris. This is an extremely luxurious and high-end fragrance brand with a very unique mission. All of their scents are inspired by travel destinations. They use intense raw materials and very high quality natural ingredients, which really makes the house stand out in my opinion. I've been really diving into Memo over the last few months and it's become a bit of an obsession for me. I really believe they deserve a lot of attention and praise, so I'm very excited today to share my thoughts with you on 10 of their fragrances, some top sellers and some hidden gems. We're just gonna dive right in, starting with some fragrances from the Kier Nomad collection, probably the most notorious and famous line from Memo Paris, but the first fragrance is African Leather. I have to make this statement, and it is a very bold statement, but this fragrance is one of the best leather scents in the entire world. It is, of course, inspired by the continent of Africa. It's a combination of cardamom and saffron with a slight floral touch from geranium. It's leather done in a very fresh way. The cardamom gives it a lot of sensuality and kind of softens the leather a bit. There's some rose and patchouli, but with a very minimal greenness. The leather is clean and fresh, but there is a small hint of a wild side to this scent. It's very intense, aromatic, has very powerful performance and sillage, all done in a very elegant way. Another very renowned leather scent from Memo is Italian Leather. And this is a scent that really surprised me when I smelled it for the first time. It wasn't really something that was on my radar, but when I smelled it in store, I was like, wow, this is fantastic. And that's really been my experience with discovering every Memo fragrance, which is why I really wanted to do this buying guide. They truly deserve more attention, and this one is kind of a hidden gem. One of those fragrances where it's like, if you know, you know. And this scent is inspired by Rome. It brings together a very simple, plump green tomato leaf note with leather, myrrh, and vanilla absolute. This one has an even cleaner and smoother leather. The tomato leaf note, it may sound kind of out there, but it is spectacular in this fragrance. It just adds something so incredibly unique, but it's not challenging. It's a bit vegetal, but just done in a way that works really well. It's sweet and very attractive. The last leather fragrance that I want to cover, I actually do not have a bottle of, so I'm going to reference my discovery kit. And I just want to take a moment to explain that if you purchase a discovery kit from Memo's website, they will give you a coupon towards a full-size bottle. It's just a great way to really discover the house, and they even have a discovery kit where you can customize the samples. I always want to highlight when a brand does that because to me, it says that the brand really stands behind their products. And it's just a win-win situation as the consumer because you'll get a discount towards the full-size bottle. But anyway, the last leather fragrance is French Leather. And I just want to say also that Memo has a huge catalog. We're going to talk about only 3 of the leather fragrances, but I believe there are like 16 of them. So let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see a dedicated Memo leather buying guide, and I can do that for you. So French Leather is a rose affair that has a very fun twist of lime. It just adds a really interesting freshness in contrast to the other notes. And I have to say this one is a bit more feminine leaning with a very minimal leather note. It's very soft and tender with this refined and light rose. It kind of comes off a bit watery, like dewy. There's a lot of citrus mixed with this really velvety, just smooth rose. A little bit soapy clean in a way as it dries. It's a very safe and wearable, beautiful rose. Memo is definitely known for their leather scents, but now we're gonna cover some fragrances from the Fleurs Bohème collection, which to me are just fragrances that scream summer in a bottle. And this next scent to me, it's hard to pick, but this one might be my absolute favorite fragrance from Memo. And this is Marfa. If you've been following me for any length of time, you already know how much I love this. This was really one of my signature fragrances this summer. And that's saying something because I wear a very wide variety of fragrances, but Marfa is one that I just kept coming back to over and over again. It's a scent that really captivates me. First off, I love the packaging. I don't know, something about the evil eye. It feels very protective, and the scent itself is unreal. This has a fruity tropical tuberose with ylang ylang. The tuberose almost gives you a slightly like coconutty vibe. There's a lot of sweet orange blossom with mandarin and a really nice peach with a rich vanilla, and it comes off like a vanilla bean extract. It's not like a super dense sugary vanilla. It's like a super creamy orange sickle with tropical flowers, sandalwood, and vanilla. Truly one of the best for Memo. This is a 10 out of 10 that I will continue to wear probably for the rest of my life. It is slightly feminine leaning, but if you are a man that likes tuberose fragrances, you could easily wear it. It's not too sweet of a scent. If you like things like Quattro Pizzi from Casa Marati, you could definitely rock this. The next fragrance is Sintra. This was actually my first ever Memo fragrance in my collection. This one is reminiscent of a childhood with marshmallow and orange blossom. It is very sweet and yummy. It's opulent, but a very fun scent. Has red fruits with petitgrain, cinnamon, orange blossom, caramel, and musk. It is a very sexy fragrance on a woman. Very vibrant and lively. Dries pretty linear. This to me just screams nighttime, going out. It's a really beautiful like date night scent. It's borderline edible but very polished. It's a very unforgettable scent. A memory of India, we have Madurai. This also has a beautiful bottle. This is all about a very rich and airy jasmine sambac combined with a very creamy sandalwood. This opens with this vibrancy and kick of citrus and turmeric, like a very colorful spice market in India. And don't let these notes kind of scare you away. It's not what you would expect it to smell like. Like if you're familiar with the taste or the smell of turmeric, it's not going to smell like what you have in your mind in here. It's literally the best expression of it possible. It has lemon, bergamot, clary sage, with peach, jasmine, and tuberose, with tagette and suede. It's a floral jasmine scent through and through. It shares some similar notes with Marfa, but it does not smell anything like Marfa. This one is going to be even more unisex leaning. It's absolutely stunning. It's a peachy clean, bright jasmine scent with a hint of spice underneath. A fragrance that I actually reviewed recently and a newer release is Portobello Road. This scent is inspired by London's rain. Like the moment after it rains, that kind of dewiness that you feel in the air mixed with concrete, but also mixed with some florals. I do believe the inspiration was like a flower market in London after the rain on the streets of London. This has rose and green leaves. It is a very ethereal and also a watery rose, more so than French leather. This has vetiver essence. It is really amazing and so photorealistic. It's lightly spicy, but just in a very green and natural way. It's a touch earthy. It's really unlike anything that you've ever smelled before. And there are quite a few like rain-inspired fragrances on the market, but this is the best that I've tried. The highest quality and also the most realistic to the sense of what rain smells like. Very harmonious and easy to love. Kind of nostalgic too and cozy. An amazing hot weather fragrance is Ithaque, and I do have a full-size bottle of this, but I wanted to showcase that you can also get 30 ml bottles on Memo's website, and they're kind of like a Luxe Mini. It has the same plaque and everything. Really great packaging. You can definitely feel the thought and detail that went into designing these. This is inspired by the mythical island and embodies the essence of the ultimate journey. This features notes of bergamot and black currant buds with a sharp bitter orange. There's some juniper berries, cinnamon bark, cassis, jasmine, cedar, and patchouli. It is a very happy perfume. It's kind of sparkling. It just immediately lifts your mood when you spray it and just sets you out to have an absolutely amazing day. It's uplifting, zesty, sweet, a lot of citrus without being too sharp or punchy. It is incredibly smooth and incredibly well executed. Taking things in a different direction, we have Abu Dhabi. This is a very special fragrance. It's all about the note of dates, which I love. I'm a bit biased. I love anything that has dates in it, but this is really good. It just gives the fragrance a sense of delicacy and has this very enveloping character about it. This has additions of plum, orange, bergamot, ginger, saffron, divana, carrot seed, and vetiver. It just smells so unique. There's a hint of darkness to it that draws you in. It's sweet, but not typical at all. It has an ambery vanilla with fir balsam. It is a must-have for fall and winter. It has ambrophix as well that gives it a bit of an airy quality, like a bit of a molecule feel, helps it really push off of the skin and kind of linger in the air behind you, and also makes it not too dense and heavy. It's very resinous with this dried fruit vibe from the plum. It's extremely exotic. It smells like the Middle East. It just immediately transports you. This is one that I will definitely be reaching for quite a bit in the fall. It is perfectly unisex for men and women with very strong performance. It is glorious. If you like the notes of dates, you have to try this. So the last fragrance that we're going to talk about is Odeon. I just want to take a moment to tell you that this is old packaging. They did relaunch this scent with a new plaque, which I'll put on the screen, but I was told that next month they're going to be launching a limited edition run of this fragrance. The same scent, but a limited edition design. So if you're a collector and you like things that are harder to find, I would definitely get this one in September. This is a classic rose patchouli fragrance that is the definition of Parisian chic. There's almost something a bit candied sweet about it, like a candied rose, but it's not too sugary sweet. This has a lot of cashmere, gives it a lot of luxury and elegance. There's amber and musks. The best way to describe this is a classic in a modern world. Has a bit of a licorice vibe. It's just so appealing and really embodies the vibe of Paris to me. Like simplistic, but very cool. Very French, understated with presence. I recently discovered this one and it was also an instant love. Story of my life with Memo Paris. It has a very light kind of smoky sweetness in the background, but it's really more ambery. Perfect for the daytime or the nighttime. Once again, unisex. I really love this take on rose. So that was just an overview of 10 fragrances that I love from Memo Paris. Everything that I talked about today will be linked in the description down below. If you order through the Memo Paris website, they do have a great trial service. So whenever you order a full-size bottle, they will send you a sample with it and you can try the sample first. And if you don't open up the full-size bottle and you realize that you don't like the scent, you can return it for a full refund. Once again, I always have to point things like that out because not that many brands do it, and the brands that do it really stand behind and believe in their products, and I love that. But I also always recommend starting with a discovery kit. You can get the one that I showed earlier, or you can create your own, and then you will get a coupon towards a full-size bottle with that purchase. This is an insanely special fragrance house that I recommend you trying. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below what is your favorite fragrance from Memo Paris. I would love to know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.